Nietzsche's eternal recurrence, living your life again and again. Imagine a scenario where you are told that you will live your life over and over again, down to every detail. Every joy you experience, every mistake you make, every conversation, and every moment of silence will happen not just once, but an infinite number of times. How would you feel about that? Would it terrify you, or would it inspire you to live differently? This thought experiment, known as Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence, is one of the most profound and challenging ideas in philosophy. Friedrich Nietzsche introduced the idea of eternal recurrence as both a philosophical concept and a test of how we live our lives. It appears in his works like The Gay Science and Thus Spoke Zarathustra. At its core, eternal recurrence suggests that time is infinite but events are finite. Over endless cycles, every possible combination of events will repeat itself infinitely. This means that the life you are living now has already been lived countless times before and will be lived countless times again. Nietzsche did not present eternal recurrence as a scientific theory or a literal truth. Instead, he used it as a lens to examine human existence and the choices we make. The idea asks us to confront the weight of our actions and to evaluate the way we live. If you knew that every decision you make would be repeated forever, would you still make the same choices? Would you embrace your life as it is, or would you want to change it? At first glance, eternal recurrence might sound like a terrifying concept. The thought of reliving not just your happiest moments but also your greatest pains and regrets can feel overwhelming. It forces us to face the reality of our lives without the comfort of escape or finality. Nietzsche was aware of this and referred to the idea as potentially the greatest burden for humanity to bear. But for him, this was not a reason to despair. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity for transformation. To Nietzsche, eternal recurrence was a way of testing whether we truly affirm life. If you can embrace the idea of living your life exactly as it is, with all its flaws and imperfections, then you are affirming existence in its fullest. This is what Nietzsche called Amor fati, or love of fate. It means loving your life not in spite of its challenges but because of them. It is about saying yes to life in all its complexity, accepting its highs and lows as equally valuable parts of the human experience. This perspective challenges many common ways of thinking about life. Often, people view their mistakes or hardships as things to be avoided or erased. Eternal recurrence flips this mindset. It encourages you to see every moment as significant and every decision as meaningful. If life will repeat forever, then every choice you make matters infinitely. This idea can be both empowering and sobering. It pushes us to take responsibility for our actions and to live intentionally. One of the most remarkable aspects of eternal recurrence is its potential to free us from regret. If we fully embrace this idea, then even our mistakes and struggles become necessary parts of the eternal cycle. Nietzsche believed that true strength comes from accepting everything about our lives, even the parts we wish were different. By doing so, we can move beyond guilt or resentment and find a deeper sense of purpose. The concept of eternal recurrence also invites us to think about how we find meaning in life. In a world where time repeats endlessly, external goals like wealth, fame, or success might feel less important. What matters more is how we experience and engage with life itself. Nietzsche's idea reminds us to focus on the present moment and to live in a way that we would gladly repeat forever. Nietzsche did not expect everyone to embrace eternal recurrence easily. In fact, he saw it as a challenge that only the strongest individuals could face. These individuals, whom he referred to as Übermensch or Overman, are those who can affirm life without relying on external validation or escape. They accept the eternal cycle of existence and transform it into a source of empowerment. For Nietzsche, the Overman represents the highest potential of humanity, a person who creates their own values and lives with courage and authenticity. Eternal recurrence has had a lasting impact on philosophy, psychology, and art. It has inspired existentialist thinkers like Albert Camus and influenced discussions about how humans create meaning in a universe that seems indifferent to their existence. It also resonates with modern ideas about mindfulness and living in the present. While Nietzsche's concept might seem abstract or intimidating at first, it offers practical lessons for how we approach our lives. If we take the idea of eternal recurrence seriously, it encourages us to reflect on the kind of life we are living. Are we making choices that we would be proud to repeat forever? Are we embracing the fullness of life, or are we trying to avoid its challenges? These questions can help us clarify our priorities and motivate us to live more authentically. Nietzsche's eternal recurrence is not meant to be taken as a rigid doctrine but as a thought experiment that shakes us out of complacency. It asks us to confront the reality of our lives and to take ownership of our existence. It is a call to live boldly, to accept life's imperfections, and to find joy in the eternal dance of being. In the end, Nietzsche's message is one of empowerment. By embracing the idea of eternal recurrence, we can overcome fear, regret, and doubt. We can live in a way that honors the beauty and complexity of existence, creating a life that we would gladly relive again and again. It is not an easy path, but it is one that leads to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. If you found this exploration of Nietzsche's philosophy insightful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating thought-provoking content on philosophy and sociology. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and feel free to suggest topics you would like us to cover in future videos. Thank you for watching, and remember to live your life with intention and courage.